Hi, Dave.
Good to be back. Am I technically considered classic JTV since I've been doing this? So, like, I mean, just me being here.
You are
Should I wear like a classic label, like old Coke had? Yeah.
We should get some
classic,
T-shirts made.
Classic JTV, yeah. The old school logo. I'm sure your logo has changed in
It
25 years or whatever it's been. Yeah.
Has anyone ever gotten your face as a tattoo?
God, no. No. That would be so. That would make me so uncomfortable. I mean, I don't know why they would, unless some student I really helped or something like that. Maybe that might be. I'd rather just say, you don't have to go that far. No. So,
Well, as an entertainment correspondent, you might be interested in this tattoo.
Oh.
The slap.
Oh my God. I thought you were joking.
No.
I thought you were joking when you said that. I'm glad I did not miss that in my social media consumption. That's
real classic.
Wow. I mean, people who get tattoos, they have I've a lot of students, friends done this, and I understand, like, it's not about the piece, the art or anything. It's about the moment or whatever. So more power to them, I guess. I'm not sure why you'd want to stare at that in 20 years, but it's something I think we'll all remember. So, like, that moment, yeah.
So Will Smith stayed in the auditorium.
Yeah.
He got his Oscar.
Yeah.
And he was kicked out of the Academy for 10 years.
But Harvey Weinstein's still in the Academy.
Harvey's still in the Academy?
Still has all his Academy Awards, and I don't know if he's still in the Academy, but so is Roman Polanski. Was given an Oscar after he pled guilty to
That's true.
Rape. So I mean, yeah. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they have some people say, why don't they make Will Smith? Why'd they give him the Oscar, or why don't they take it back?
Yep.
And they said, well, ask Roman Polanski.
Ask Woody Allen. I mean, there's a lot of white male men out there that still have their Oscars that did far worse things. So I understand what happened was on the actual performance, which makes it a little more. We all saw it. But I mean, let's not go look to Hollywood for our moral lessons on things in life. So the number one thing to walk away from the slap is that we don't really need to look to Hollywood as being the moral arbiter. The thing about the award show for me, or the thing about the slap for me that really is upsetting, is that it takes away from just how bad that show actually was. So no one's talking about how bad the show was. Everyone's talking about the slap instead, because that show was boring up until that point.
Oh, we are our director doing a fact check. Roman Polanski and Harvey Weinstein have both been kicked out of the Academy, but they do have their Oscars.
Yeah, they still. Yeah. And also, again, Roman Polanski was given his Oscar after he pled guilty. So yeah. So I mean, that's how that works. But anyway,
I think they even mailed it to France.
I think someone presented it to him in France, is what it was, if I remember it correctly. There was somebody there presenting it to him, if I remember it. But so I mean, yeah, you just don't. I mean, let's not look to them as being like the moral things there with it. And for me, it's the show was supposed to be a celebration of movies, and then it was like, let's bring out the cast of White Men Can't Jump, and it was like, what is happening? Did that movie even make it? I mean, I know it was it wasn't. Did anybody talk about that? I don't know. Like, Christy, my wife, turned to me. She's like, "What's that movie? I never heard of it before." And I was like, "No one's heard of it. It was at the theaters for like 3 weeks in the 90s, and that was it." So I don't understand it at all.
Well, they actually they took some of the awards off the show and did them before the show. It's an Oscar Awards show, but they moved the awards off the show.
Yeah, they moved the awards off the show. They did things like I love Encanto. I think it's amazing. The music is amazing, but they had a live performance of We Don't Talk About Bruno, in which the original cast really didn't sing much of the song. They had Megan Thee Stallion come out and do a rap verse for some reason, and that song isn't even nominated for an Oscar. It's not even like they didn't even do the song that was actually nominated for. There were so many things that didn't make sense about that show. And as somebody who loves movies, it was just sad that it was not a true celebration of how wonderful movies are and what the good things that are in movies. And it was just kind of like, let's talk about DC Comics and Marvel Comics. I don't know, which is part of movies, but let's talk about a lot of other things.
Well, I was surprised and disappointed with they did. Was it 75 years of James Bond?
Oh yeah,
or maybe 60 years.
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
But not a single of the actors that played Bond was involved in the tribute.
Yeah, or just anybody associated with it in any way, shape, or form. It was like Kelly Slater and. Wasn't it that the one?
Yeah,
it was great guys, but
skateboarder.
What do they have to do with Bond? I don't understand what they have to do with Bond. I don't really. It feels like somebody told the producers. Shaun White, yeah, Kelly Slater and Tony Hawk. Again, great in their sports, but what do they have to do? I don't even think of when I think of Bond. The last thing I think of is snow. Skiing maybe. I don't know. There was a lot of weird. it's like they don't know what they're doing. Like I kept waiting for just to like, we're just going to switch it over to TikTok and be on TikTok for the next 2 hours or something. It was really bizarre. They felt like they didn't understand how to connect to the audience in any way, shape, or form. So,
As always, it's a controversial event,
yep.
and will continue to be so forever and ever.
You were saying you watched the Grammys and that it was a. They did a great. I didn't watch it. I missed it. But you said it was a great.
It was
example.
a great show.
Yeah.
It was. They celebrated. It was about giving awards to the music industry,
Right.
and that's what they did. And they celebrated and they performed, and it was well produced, and nobody slept.
Everybody got along. Yeah. That's what you should be. That's what you should be doing. Playing music, playing clips of movies. Talking about why movies are great, why music is great. That's what you should be doing. Those things. But don't you feel like, I mean, both of us being sort of our interest, your passion, obviously, live television, like that the award shows, like live events. It's just they've gotten. I don't know if I'm the angry old man or not, but it just feels like they've gotten so much worse over the last. Like people have forgotten how to put these together. It feels like. Yeah, that's sort of what it feels like to me too. Like they're just missing the point entirely.
Yeah. I would love to. I would love to produce one.
I would too. Let's give us the money. Bart and Dave produce the Oscars. That'd be great behind the scenes footage. I'll do it. Yeah, it would be fascinating. And it's you have so much money and so many great people. I will say this: the one thing I did like about the Oscars this year was the hosts were great. I thought because at least two of them at least were stand-ups, so they could read the room and kind of like make adjustments. But it just feels like they could have done things better into the production of the show. The slap or whatever, that's who knows. That was weird and crazy. It's never going to happen again. But
and I think we learned a lot after the fact that the hosts' jokes, everything's so tightly scripted.
Yep.
Because afterwards they said, "Well, I had had this joke, I had that joke." They said, "No, no, no."
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm actually going to see. I'm going to be fascinated with this. We're going to see Amy Schumer live. I think it's in September. I think it is, but I don't know how much. But I heard her talk about. She said, "Come see me live, and I'll tell the jokes." They wouldn't let me tell, so I'm going to be interested to see if she does anything about that time on stage, or, at the awards. I'd be interested to see. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, what's besides the Oscars? What is there to watch?
Streaming, there's a few things out there right now. We just finished Bridgerton, or season 2 of Bridgerton, which is a fun escape. You could not, when the first season came out, I was like, I will never watch this. This is no interest to me. I don't like this period drama stuff. We had just had our son Rowan a year ago basically, and we watched one episode and I was like, yeah, I want to watch the rest of this with you. Like we watched all the first season. Second season, the same thing. I got into it. I don't know why I get into it because it isn't my type of show, but it is a fun escapist show. The second season is a little slower. The payoff is great. The ending, the last sort of 2 episodes are great, but the payoff's a little bit slower. That's streaming now. We just started watching. You may have heard of this. It's getting a lot of buzz right now. Is Severance? It's an Apple TV show with.
I'm afraid of it.
You should be afraid of it. It's very weird, but it's very good. It's very slow paced. It's very strange. It doesn't really let you know really what's happening. But we're now. It's only 8 episodes, I think, maybe 9 episodes. But we're 5 episodes in, and it's gone very fast. And and we're hooked on it. I mean, it's like it's kind of up and down. But I mean, we finished an episode, like let's start another one right now. So. It's very good. If you have, again, Apple TV, you can just subscribe to it. It's like any other app, basically. If you got a smart TV or a Roku or whatever, you can get Apple TV on it.
Yeah, and there's some deal you do 3 months for free or something, and then you cancel it if you don't really want to pay for it.
My father-in-law is a huge soccer guy, and I'm trying to get him to watch Ted Lasso. And I'm like, and every time I'm there, we forget to get it set up. But I want him. I said, just sign up for it. You get it free. Watch all the episodes and then cancel it. That's what I told him to do. So, but yeah, there's those are the big shows. There's not a lot of huge stuff out there generating a lot of buzz. There's The Dropout and The Girl from Plainville, which are 2 real stories going on right now. But those are getting good buzz too as well.
Well, hopefully we'll just have outdoors weather. We won't be inside watching TV.
That's very true.
Well, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you. Yes.
Entertainment correspondent Dave DeBaker. That is it. We're all out of time.